2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Warriors in Oakland. Well, for Golden State, they know this is not your throwaway game, a team they defeated in the second round of last year's playoffs. They'd better be ready. We'll get to see Ricky Rubio on the court tonight. The guy can be a magician with the basketball. One of the most exciting passers in the league. Guys both past and present. Who are some of the players who were the most fun to watch pass the basketball? Shaq?
Well, I played with one of them in Miami. Helped me get a championship. Jason White Chocolate Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I went to school where another one went to school. Pistol Pete Maravich was also very fabulous. But last one, Ernie, Steve Nash. Played with him in Phoenix also. Those three guys.
You reckon there were any times, Shaq, in practice that you got, you just didn't see a pass coming?
Oh, no.
Took it right in the nose? Oh, come on. I'm sure you did. Everybody's done that.
No, Ernie.
No. Not the answer I thought I'd get from him, Kenny.
Well, I hate to say this. You can't mention these two guys in the same name with Rubio, but Magic Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Magic Johnson is the guy. He's the guy who made the no-look pass.
Did you just mention Rubio and Magic on the same list?
I said I can't do that.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I'm
just making sure. Okay.
But Rubio's really good.
No, he's
But
good.
he's no Magic Johnson.
He's no Magic Johnson.
But he's pretty good.
Really good.
I'll leave it there.
And I'm with you on Pistol. He was the best.
He was the man.
It was great. That'll do it for us for here for now. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Warriors have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court here at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. The road trip ends for the Jazz here as they leave for Utah right after the game. Things have really gone south on them. Over the course of the last 7 games, they've gone 1-6.
Kevin, the streak has been very difficult since this team has struggled of late, and the struggles may continue. They've got a really tough challenge against this team.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, you hear a lot about the chemistry on this Warriors team. Now, one thing that they do is after a road game, if they have the next day off, they stay in that city and they have a team dinner. Steph Curry said, instead of going our separate ways, we enjoy each other's company. It helps build the camaraderie that you need to be successful. Kevin?
And thanks, David. Relationships come before anything else. Clearly, these guys like each other off the court as well. Doris, 2 terrific defenses going at it tonight. Most people expect a low-scoring contest. How do you go about getting points in a game like this?
Well, against high-caliber defenses, one thing you have to do is be patient, work your offense into the second and third options, but most importantly, Kev, you've got to take care of that rock.
And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Ingles at small forward with Favors at the 4. Ricky Rubio is out there with Mitchell. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Here's Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Durant's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Warriors. Curry against Rubio. To the inside. Here's Favors. Tries again. Green with the rebound. So for the Jazz, their last game, a loss to Denver.
You know, they worked hard, they drew fouls, but they just couldn't convert at the line.
I think that's the most frustrating thing, right? You've earned the opportunity to take those free throws, and you don't cash in at the line.
Now here's Thompson. Last game, 26 points. Rubio against Curry. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Rubio right side. And the basket by Ingles.
This is one of the purest point guards to come around in quite some time. He is, Rubio, the ultimate distributor.
Curry passes to Thompson. Fires for three, and there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from three.
Mitchell kicks to Favors. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Rubio, and the rejection by Curry.
Well, stepping up his game on the defensive end, Steph Curry reads the play and sends it back.
Yep, that one goes in there. Pachulia's got his first 2 points.
Boy, look at how hard he pursues the basketball, gets out of his area. Terrific work on the offensive glass.
Rubio with it. Now Green defending. Here's Favors, and Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes. And just the kind of start you're hoping to avoid. 1 for 5 from the field here early on.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't their best night shooting the basketball. What you have to do is now put it aside and get focused for the next one.
Now here's Green. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Rubio dishes to Favors. Puts it up from 12. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Durant kicks to Curry. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Curry's got 5 points so far.
I'm not sure there's a more dangerous catch-and-shoot player in the NBA than Steph Curry. If you give him space, look out.
Here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 22-point game against Denver.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Outside Curry. Pass to Durant. Green with a screen on Ingles. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Mitchell passes to Ingles. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Warriors.
And their offense centered around a three-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
Curry with it. 23 points his last outing. Green dishes to Thompson. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
You think of Klay Thompson and you think of his great shooting ability. But Doris, he is just as impactful on the other side of the ball.
But to me, Kevin, he is one of the elite two-way players in the game because though he doesn't get a ton of steals or blocks, when it comes to guarding the James Hardens or the Russell Westbrooks, Klay always draws that assignment and does an incredible job.
No good from Durant. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Mitchell. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way. Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. On the wing, Ingles. 6 to shoot. And Thompson sends it back.
We know that Thompson is an excellent defender. He does such a good job timing shots for those rejections.
Jazz trail by 5. Rubio the pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Thompson. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Here's Mitchell, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And now teams getting into the middle of the season. The truth is, it's a grind, Doris. You know it. You've covered it. 82 games. In your opinion, is that the right amount in terms of 82 games in a regular season?
I would say to you, it doesn't matter if it's the right amount. I think the reality is this is the business of the NBA. It's been 82 games for as long as I can remember, certainly in my lifetime of fandom, Kevin. So the reality is what we need to do is address the schedule. And you're starting to see that. Shortening the preseason. Stretching out those windows where you're not getting 4 games in 5 nights and the back-to-backs, particularly when there's back-to-back on national television. 82 games is going nowhere from a business standpoint. Let's make those 82 games the best we can by lengthening the season.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Warriors. The Jazz also changing it up. Jerebko's checked in for Favors. Crowder comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, without great floor spacing, the Jazz have to work harder than most teams to find quality shots. They're very patient and methodical running their offense.
Now here's Durant. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
Really, he exposed a lot of seams in the defense with his passing, too. That assist total was impressive.
Curry. It's tipped. Now here's Exum. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And the Jazz run a half-court offense. A lot of cuts and screens to create their shots.
Well, they are right near the top in what we call screen assists. Shots created off a screen. Ironically, not a ton of regular assists, despite all the passing required in their offense.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Jerebko kicks to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. Shoots a 3. Offensive rebound. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Gobert has settled in his ability to get to the free throw line. I'll tell you, he is excellent at getting physical with the defense and drawing contact.
And you look back early in his career, Rudy Gobert, he kind of clogged things up just as much at the offensive end as he did defensively. And I tell you what, though, he's made significant strides, becoming much less of a liability on offense.
He misses the free throw. And Gobert last season with career highs in field goal percentage and free throw percentage.
And he averaged double figures for the first time in his career. If you ask me, he'll be a walking double-double in this league for a long time.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. David West, he's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Young's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Don't you love Rudy Gobert's nickname, Kevin? The Stifle Tower. He can be a menacing presence.
Exum kicks to Jerebko. Inside, Gobert. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you look at the physique of Rudy Gobert, it's clear he's putting on more and more muscle. He's now over 250 pounds. The key is not just for holding position, but holding up physically in the rigors of the NBA.
First one falls for him. And for Gobert, whose offensive game is mostly comprised, Doris, of dunks and layups, adding that strength has got to be critical, wouldn't you say?
Oh, no doubt, Kev. We see his field goal percentage steadily climbing since his rookie season, and I think strength has a big impact on your ability to be one of the best finishers in the league.
He hits both from the stripe. And the Warriors dominant last season, again, not only because, Greg, of their offense, but because of their defense. One of the best in the NBA, and they're just so active on that end of the floor.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Credit their personnel, because it allows them so much more flexibility defensively. And even when they go small, they have excellent rim protection. They're a physical bunch. I just don't think they get enough credit for their rebounding, one of the better teams in our league.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the night.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And the first one drops. And Doris, so many great point guards in the league. In fact, a number of stars at that position. We see them every night, but who are some of the floor generals that maybe don't get the headlines? More of the underrated portion.
I think the single most consistently underrated point guard, though certainly not by the contract extension he most recently signed, would be Mike Conley. This guy for the Memphis Grizzlies. Some guys just fit in the systems and the cities and the organizations for whom they play, and I would say Mike Conley, ability to run the team, ability to make the three-point shot, to make the players around him better. He comes to mind. Kemba Walker in Charlotte is a guy who, once they consistently start to make the playoffs as an undersized point guard, I think you could see him start to grow in reputation. And Isaiah Thomas, who launched himself for stretches into the MVP conversation. Interestingly, Kevin, what do all three have in common? A little bit undersized in today's NBA.
And can you believe Conley has never been an all-star, as good as he is?
Cannot believe that. No, and you've had his teammates make it, Marc Gasol most notably. I know that Marc Gasol would love to see Mike Conley next to him in an all-star uniform.
And for a Jazz team that had patiently built itself into one of the top teams in the league, how tough is it, Doris, to lose a player like Gordon Hayward?
Well, it's brutal. He was their best player, an all-star, a huge blow. Because you think about Utah fans who have harbored concerns historically about the team's ability to retain star talent. This will feed those doubts, Kev.
That free throw good from West. And David West drops them both.
And the Warriors bringing back the band coming into this season. Durant took $9 million less than the max. That enabled them to bring back every big-time contributor from their 2017 championship roster.
Now, here's Burks. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Well, Burks showing he's more than just a scorer. Terrific pass to his teammate.
Iguodala against Crowder. And McGee kicks to Livingston. And here's McGee. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Picked by West. Here's Livingston. Softly drops in the floater. Livingston's got his second basket of the night.
And the Warriors not just re-signing their own free agents, they went out and got some other guys. Omri Caspi and Swaggy P. Hard to believe, but they might be even better than last year.
Boy, great job protecting the rim and turning an easy layup into a missed opportunity.
Got a hand on it. And now the fast break Exum with the ball. Puts it up from 15. Burks can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 5. And Young kicks to Livingston. Shoots over Exum. Second shot opportunity. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Warriors have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. The first free throw is good. And in terms of just how explosive this Warriors team can be, they can get hot over a course of a few minutes. And Doris just put a team away. The way they can shoot from deep and then play defense is just overwhelming.
How often have we seen, Kev, the game might be a 2 or 3 possession game, and within seconds, all of a sudden, they're up 20. They're incredibly deep shooting. Their ability to play off their own made shots and build momentum can steamroll a team.
Here is McGee. After Alec Burks' score, Livingston kicks it to West. Over Urebko, misses off the left iron.
Well, I wouldn't say the D was exceptional, but it certainly was enough to bother him.
Crowder goes in. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Don't you love the way Jay Crowder slashes into the teeth of the defense, superb at penetrating towards the cup.
Now here's Livingston. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. They get the rebound. He kicks to McGee. Iguodala dishes to West. Pass to Young. The tray. Unable to get that one. And Utah the other way now. Now Exum. Releases. No good. That would have tied it.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Young's shot is off.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Udo, the pass to Exum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Look, guys, Dante Exum was the number 5 pick by Utah back in 2014. He's yet to kind of deliver the consistent impact you might expect, but I think he'll get there.
And for Exum, a torn ACL cost him the entire 2015-16 season. Doris, when he's right, in your mind, what makes him special?
Well, the combination of quickness at 6'6". This is what allows this guy to be able to penetrate and get by on the offensive end, but still stay in front of his man on the defensive end.
That's good from Exum.
You know, the Australian Dante Exum, to me, Kev, has an enviable skill set. He's 6'6", and he has the potential to be special at the point guard.
One drops. He ties it up. The Warriors shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. And the powerful one-handed slam.
What a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
The 10-footer. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. McGee's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Livingston kicks to McGee. 2 points. That one goes. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Exum with it. They set the pick. Pass to Urebko. Outside Crowder. Another miss by Utah. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And the basketball bloodlines of Klay Thompson. He tells us how his father and brother have become so involved with his success.
Dad always watches more film than me. And I watch film too. Not saying I don't. But they're both fans, and they have a huge passion for the game. That's why they're still around it.
Yeah, you know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
Yeah, you can try to put a little something over on your coaches from time and again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
Livingston is out there with Nick Young, and it's West, and there's JaVale McGee, and it's Iguodala in at the small forward position. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Three-pointer, Crowder, good on the three-point shot. Crowder's got 5 now.
Well, so quick off the pass. I mean, Crowder timing that shot perfectly, staying one step ahead of the defense.
Iguodala setting the pick for West. And here's Young from the arc. That shot is off. And Utah the other way now. Burks kicks to Jerebko. Buries it down low.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Feeds to Livingston. Dishes it to McGee. Iguodala kicks it to West. Young in the corner. Five to shoot. Shoots over Burks. Drops it in from 11 feet. And the Warriors lead by 3. Utah shooting for the game at 42%. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. DA, thank you. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Of course, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, you've been a courtside reporter, game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Pachulia. Green against Crowder. The drive by Green. Favors with the rebound. Favors has got 4 rebounds in this game. Ingles kicks to Rubio. Ingles with a screen on Durant. Rubio misses.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
Curry can't get it to go. The Jazz have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And Rubio kicks to Burks. Tries again. Kicks it out to Rubio. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Green, the screen. On its way from Curry for 2. Another shot. It's good, and the Jazz lose. Cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Draymond Green.
Don't you love how Draymond never gives up on an opportunity? This guy is always pounding away on the offensive glass.
Curry against Rubio. In the corner, Crowder with it. Back to Rubio. Over Curry. And it's Rubio again missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Curry kicks to Durant. He feeds it to Pachulia. Well, you wouldn't think about it with the position he plays, but, you know, Doris Pachulia is an underrated playmaker, very knowledgeable about how to space the floor, and also can drop a perfect pass to a cutter if you let him.
Well, he's the near-perfect teammate because he always understands the role that you want him to play. High IQ, he sees the floor, and he's very unselfish, Kev. He likes to make that extra pass.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The free throw drops for Pachulia.
And how about last season, Steve Kerr becoming the fastest coach in NBA history to reach the 200-win plateau? This guy has had nothing but success in his first run and already considered one of the elite coaches in the league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Gobert comes in for Crowder, and it's Mitchell in for Burks. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Now, respect and admiration around the league for how tough Pachulia is. His physicality means an awful lot to this squad.
With the teardrop, here's Thompson. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Rubio dishes to Favors. And he uses the glass on the layup. Favors got his first points of the night. And Doris, for Kerr to get win number 200, the team only needed 238 games played. For those wondering, that is an insane 84% winning percentage.
Wow. Yeah, Kev, you look at all the coaches in any sport, and none of them comes close to that career winning percentage. And for all his success, the guy remains humble and does nothing but give credit to the players. This guy deserves recognition for an incredible record.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Ricky Rubio, you know, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates, but you know, I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe he doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively.
The first one falls. And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about, but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast, he moves his feet well, and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
And so Ricky Rubio nails both of them.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
And so it's Utah here with the ball after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Here's Mitchell. 6 points for him. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. So that creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
Now here's Durant, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Looking to get it going, and the layup good by Curry. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
This guy can finish from anywhere, whether it's from 40 feet or 2 feet. Curry has got the kind of versatility that any player would love to have.
Gobert the screen, and it's Rubio penetrating, and Durant sends it back. On the wing, Thompson. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And now a 4-point Warrior lead.
Well, the long-range game is just superb. Klay Thompson has built his career on his ability to shoot with range.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. No good. He missed it. Brings him to 3 for 8 this game. Jazz trail by 4. Ingles with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. The dish now to Rubio. Favors with the screen. Rubio misses. Golden State's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Took him no time at all on that one. Durant's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors. Ingles with the screen for Rubio. The feed to Ingles. Gobert the screen. Looking to end the run, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And it goes on Draymond Green. For Utah, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Free throw drops for Ingles. Doris, so much offense is perimeter generated right now. What, if anything, could get us back to running more plays, say, through the post?
Do you think we could reinvent Hakeem Olajuwon or perhaps Patrick Ewing or
I
Bill
wish we
Russell?
could. I wish we could.
Because I know this.
Good point.
Every time I walk by a pickup game on the outside, you see guys sprinting to the three-point line and looking to be Steph Curry.
I know.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Favors passes to Rubio. And Durant sends it back.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Jazz trail by 7. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Golden State's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Green kicks to Durant. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry can't get it to go. Jazz have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Here's Mitchell. It's deflected.
Well, once again, Pachulia turning the shooter away, uses his length so well.
And the Warriors with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Utah also making some changes. Udo's checked in for Favors. And it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Warriors leading by 3. Left side Durant. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feed. That's 7 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, Durant embracing the contact, Kevin. He plays with so much confidence.
Ingles dishes to Exum. Here's Mitchell. And he's good on the 3 ball. Mitchell's got 7 now in this quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Livingston passes to Durant from the wing. He gets it in there.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
On the wing, Ingles. To the middle. Stolen by Durant. Green kicks to McGee. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
I love the mindset of Draymond Green. This guy is constantly on the lookout for an open teammate.
Udo dishes to Gobert. The pass to Mitchell. Tries a three. It's rebounded by Golden State. McGee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Shoots over Exum. It's rebounded by Udo.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
They set the pick. Kicks to Ingles. He dishes it to Mitchell. That three off the mark.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Green kicks to Livingston. McGee a screen. Off the screen. Livingston no luck.
Well, you don't get much more wide open inside the arc. He simply got to make that shot.
Exum passes to Mitchell. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Mitchell's got 9 points in the quarter.
Just great use of the rim to shield the defender from the ball and finish on the reverse.
Warriors leading by 4. Iguodala kicks to Durant. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Jazz.
Well, they haven't really been strong enough inside. I mean, they haven't been a force or aggressive with getting those good quality looks in the paint. And I think the one-dimensionality of their offense is going to continue to be an issue because the defense isn't having to worry about clogging the lane or defending down low.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
And the Warriors with some changes. David West, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Young is subbed in for Durant. Utah also making some changes. Jerebko's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Crowder comes in for Joe Ingles. And Alec Burks subbed in for Mitchell. Another miss by Utah. The Warriors leading. Young outside. 1:05 left in the first half. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Here's Exum. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Exum's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you love how Dante Exum gets inside. He's got terrific touch close.
Warriors leading by 4. Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Pass to West. Over Jerebko. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. 6 points for David West.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Exum kicks to Jerebko. The kick out to Crowder. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Jazz trail by 6. And here's Exum. He has 6. To the inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. 5 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's McGee. And so it's the Golden State Warriors, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. Well, for Golden State, taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, I love that they were forceful at their offensive end. They got the shots they wanted. They played aggressively and got to the line. A strong attacking mindset. I like it. We'll see if they bring the same attitude in the second half, though.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Warriors leading by 6. So on the floor for Utah. The tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Ingles in at the 3 spot.
Guys, think about the impact Steph Curry has had on the next generation of players, right? Kids all over are shooting three-point bombs and trying to handle the basketball like Steph Curry. He has changed the game at a generational level with his ability to score it.
Now here's Thompson after the miss from Stephen Curry. And Thompson gets it to go.
Well, Klay Thompson possesses great size at the 2-guard spot, and he can mix his game and find a way to score on the interior.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. To the middle. Here's Favors. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Doris, I'm sure there are a ton of young coaches out there having to explain why a pull-up 3 from 30 isn't a good idea most of the times. But then Curry's shooting ability has made that a common shot for him.
Right. His name is already on the top of most of the major three-point records in NBA history. But this guy has put a ton of time into his craft, and he's a once-in-a-generation type shooter.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Well, Derek Favors has always gotten a lot of credit for his defensive abilities, but to me, his offense has come such a long way since he came out of Georgia Tech.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And Favors a good post threat. Doris, he can hit that hook shot with either hand.
And the footwork serves him well in the pick and roll. Even when the help is there, this guy can maneuver and create his own shot around the rim.
Great D that time from Green. Warriors leading by 7. Thompson inside the line. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, scorer, distributor, it does not matter. Steph Curry is a monster. What a pass there.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And when you look at Derek Favors, do you think Dorsey's maximized his potential, or is there still room to grow?
No, I definitely think he's got a higher ceiling. Favors is a guy who came into the league after just 1 year at Georgia Tech. So let's remember, he's still mid-20s right now. And the way this guy works, he's going to get better and better.
One shot.
Listen, the Warriors are an incredible offensive juggernaut, but the reality is this team has been a championship caliber team because of their defense. The versatility of Draymond Green helps contribute to a team that led the league in opponents' field goal percentage and led the league last season in blocks and steals. Truly incredible on that end. He hits one of the first to have another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
There's a screen. Mitchell kicks to Ingles. And Favors has it in the corner. 4 on the clock. Rubio the pass to Ingles. And a miss there on the triple. And for the Warriors, what they do on defense is impressive on their own. A lot of switching and rotations that they are able to get away with because of their personnel.
Correct, Kev. What makes this team work is they have a group of players who can all cover multiple positions. The Warriors can turn that switch and close out games because of absolutely suffocating defense.
Curry, good.
Boy, I don't know that I've ever seen a better pull-up jump shooter than Stephen Curry. An amazing ability to stop on a dime.
Utah calls timeout. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
Up again. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got 6.
Yeah, I think Gobert is excellent eating the caroms. This guy has a real nose for the basketball.
Warriors leading by 10. Outside Curry. Here's Thompson. Gobert with the block. Pass to Ingles from 8. Almost, but it rolls out.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
And Green gets it to go.
Boy, you like how Draymond Green went right through the defense there. He doesn't let the physicality impede his progress.
And it's Rubio penetrating. Shoots over Curry. A second chance effort. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Golden State gets called for the foul.
I'll tell you, Ricky Rubio, from the midway point of last season on, really started to shoot it well. Now, we know he's a natural creator and distributor. He's always been great at passing and playmaking, but boy, if he makes that jumper, look out.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And on the offensive end, Rubio's playmaking, his most valuable skill, had a game last season where Dorsey tallied 19 assists.
Well, this is a guy, Ricky Rubio, who understands the easy pass, but he can wow you as well. There's an ability to thread the needle with a chest pass or a bounce pass, and he can do it moving or standing still. Simply one of the best passers in the league.
Now here's Curry. He's got 10. He kicks to Thompson. Green, the screen. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry with another miss. Jazz trail by 10. Inside. Shoots it up. Favors. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, Kev, the defense has got to be aware of Derek Favors. This guy is especially effective at using his height near the rim.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 14. Passes it to Pachulia. Releases from 15. Rebounded by the Jazz. Feeds it to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Wow, able to survey over the top of defenses as well as squeeze into tight quarters. Rubio is the consummate playmaker.
Here's Curry. It's good from long range. Curry's got 13.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Off the screen, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Oh, you love to see Favors get high for the slam. What an impressive vertical with that size.
Here's Curry. Gobert with the block. Ingles against Durant, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Golden State gets called for the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Warriors leading by 5. Dishes it to Curry. Over Rubio. Another shot. Utah with the rebound. Mitchell's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He feeds it to Rubio. Favors at the elbow. To the inside. Here's Gobert. Over Pachulia, and Gobert kicks to Favors. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pachulia with the screen on Rubio. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Jazz trail by 3. Now, Ingles. 6 points for him. It's stolen by Green. Here's Curry, kept alive. Pachulia, nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Pachulia's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Now, Pachulia just tireless on the boards, throws himself at the basket to get any rebound he can.
The drive by Rubio, loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Udo's checked in for Gobert. Jerebko comes in for Derek Favors. Jay Crowder's checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's Burks in for Mitchell. Now here's Livingston. He's got 6. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. McGee's got 9 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Rubio left side. The dish now to Burks. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Burks has got his 2nd basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Iguodala the pass to Young. West outside. McGee screen on Burks. Off the pick. 2nd shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in. He's got 11.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Rubio with it. He's got 9. The feed to Udo. And there's the pass to Burks. Tipped away. Stolen by McGee. Here's Livingston. And McGee kicks to Livingston. McGee a screen. It's Young on the wing. Another miss by Young. Jazz trail by 5.
Well, we know this about Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder. He has a wide range of coaching experience, right? He's coached at the college level, in the minors, over in Europe. And in today's game, I think that breadth of experience is invaluable.
Here's Livingston. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Udo picks one up.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Not only can he make plays for others, he can take it upon himself to finish.
You look at the height of Sean Livingston, Doris, and how he is able to both score and facilitate for others. He is a coach's dream in that regard.
Well, Sean Livingston is a mismatch nightmare because with his size, he can shoot over most point guards in the post or in the mid-range. But then if you put a bigger player on him, he can create mismatches at other positions. He's a tough guard.
Here's Burks. The shot, no good. And Golden State will come the other way. And there's the foul. It'll go on Udo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Warriors leading by 8. And Young kicks to Iguodala. Back to Young. Takes a 3. Crowder pulls it in. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Rubio. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Rubio's got 11 points.
Well, that's the way it works. Good call, good finish inside by Rubio.
Pick by West. Lets it fly. And the shot falls short this time.
Boy, a wide open look from mid-range that goes by the wayside. You can tell he's upset.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That's on Nick Young.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Burks.
Alec Burks, Kevin, continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a 2-guard.
And Utah making a change here. Exum's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Iguodala. McGee is screen on Crowder. Iguodala dishes to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Exum kicks to Crowder. He dishes it to Uredko. The kick out to Crowder. There's the pick. Here's Burks, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Warriors leading by 4. Livingston kicks it to West. Back to Livingston. And the rejection by Udo. Fast break, here we go. Kicks it to Uredko. The Jazz working the ball around now. shoots the three. It's rebounded by Livingston.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you love to see him get high for these rejections.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Exum.
Boy, a strong finish down low. The defense was there, but he was not going to be denied.
McGee is screen on Crowder. Iguodala, the pass to McGee. Over Udo. No good off the front iron.
Boy, the mid-range becomes slightly more difficult when the defense is as active as they are there.
Offensive rebound. Crowder dishes to Udo. Pass to Burks for the lead. The Warriors pull it in. McGee's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's West. A beautiful reverse layup. West has got 8 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Crowder. 5 points in the game. Udo kicks to Burks. And it's Exum in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Now, if you see Burks with a lane to the rim, he's going to flush it with power.
7 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to McGee. Over Udo. No good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Warriors lead by 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense, play inside out when you can.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got JaVale McGee, West out there with Iguodala. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Livingston in at the point guard.
Shooting 2.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And it's tied up with that one. The Warriors shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Young outside. Now here's Livingston. West a screen on Crowder. Livingston kicks to McGee. Shot clock at 2 from 13. That one off the back iron and out. The Jazz shooting 43% from the floor to take the lead, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on David West.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And Greg, wouldn't you agree, Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending?
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength quick feet and then the quick hands make him a problem.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. That one is no good.
It should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
Back to Durant. Green, the screen. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
And Utah making a change here. Ingles is checked in. Now here's Exum. He kicks it to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Curry with the steal, and Curry with the clear path to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Warriors lead by 1.
Boy, his hustle and his acceleration makes Steph Curry such an excellent open floor player. This guy has the ability to finish on the break time and time again.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Here's Mitchell. Gobert, the screen. And Favors kicks to Mitchell. Over Durant. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Mitchell's got 19 points. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Ball's knocked loose.
Now kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one. That's a nice play. You have to read and react in an instant to have success on the offensive glass.
Favors against Green. Feeds it to Pachulia. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 5. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Utah leading by 3 on the wing. Ingles. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Green against Favors. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And it's 8 points for Draymond Green. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Favors with the screen. Exum kicks to Mitchell. Gobert with the screen on Green. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ingles, and Durant sends it back. From 12 feet out. And it's Green, missing.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
Favors can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here we go, all alone, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Well, how about the grittiness of Favors on the defensive end? Clogs up the passing lanes with his length, and it leads to an easy one.
And here's Thompson. Outside, Green. They set the screen. Picked by Pachulia. And it's Green, missing. Utah leading by 5. Now Exum dishes it to Gobert. Exum sets a screen for Gobert. The jump hook. Favors can't get it to go.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Boy, think about last season for Kevin Durant, guys. He was putting up yet another MVP-type season before that knee injury made him miss extended time. But then he comes back, and he's the MVP of the NBA Finals. I think he'd make that trade, guys.
The first one falls. And for Durant last season was filled with so much scrutiny for his decision to leave Oklahoma City, go to Golden State. Still, he was having an elite year with his offense before that knee issue.
Well, there was so much talk about where Kevin Durant chose to play that people tended to forget a few things. This is one of the most dangerous and consistent scorers we've ever seen in the NBA, and he will find a way to blend his skill in with any team. Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Thompson. Mitchell kicks to Favors. Over Green. He goes up again. Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Rubio with it. Guarded now by Durant. Rubio the pass to Favors. Curry against Ingles. That one's off. Still out of sync. The Warriors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Here's Curry. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Mitchell dishes to Rubio. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And guys, it is so rare to see a player like Draymond Green who can legitimately guard 1 through 5, right? This guy moves so well, anticipates every play on the floor. He is just so disruptive and can shut down a player on any given night.
And here's Gobert after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Here's Mitchell looking to get back on track here. Here's Favors. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Favors has got 4 points this quarter.
He's been heating it up since the break, getting some excellent looks right now.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Off target with his 3. And you think, Doris, about the impact of Draymond Green, and he has had on that defensive end, again, Defensive Player of the Year last season in the NBA. Beyond the triple-doubles without any points, he can just erase chances in crunch time.
I would say he is about the last guy you want to go at when the game is hanging in the balance, because his defense raises its level when the game is going to be determined. I think he might have another Player of the Year on the defensive end in his tool belt before it's all said and done.
For the 3, that's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. Mitchell dishes to Favors. And that one drops. Favors has got 16 here in the second half.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Green the screen. There's the pick. Back to Curry. This one for three. The rebound by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Green. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Curry. Over Rubio. Curry with another miss.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Green with the ball. Favors picks him up. Thompson against Rubio. Charity stripe shot. The shot, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
He tries for 3, and it's Mitchell missing.
You know what? He's never been known as a three-point shooter. Not sure why he continues to try.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Ingles against Durant. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. The Warriors trailing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 20 feet out. And it's Thompson again missing. Utah shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Rubio the pass to Favors. Gobert with a screen for Favors. He feeds it to Gobert. Ingles with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. And the basket by Ingles.
A steady screen set on that play, and the defense disappears. Nice communication between teammates to make that play work.
Curry against Rubio. Floats one up. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 20 points.
One of the best ever at embracing big moments. Steph up to the challenge.
And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Gobert the screen. And that one's good by Favors. Favors has got 8 here in the quarter.
How about Derek Favors in a critical moment? Not wavering, not hesitating, just delivering.
Inside. Here's Pachulia. Rebounded by the Jazz.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot. Well, give credit to Rubio. Tough-minded individuals tend to excel in big moments.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 5. A minute 20 left to play here in the fourth. And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And the decision-making tonight has just been outstanding. If the shot hasn't been there for him, he's just kept the ball moving. And that patience is how he's gotten his field goal percentage to almost 60 here tonight.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout, and even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Thank you, David. And here is Ingles. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Favors dishes to Ingles. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch basket.
Now, here's Rubio. Right side Favors. Gobert, the pass to Ingles, and that one is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Here's Durant.
Now, this is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty. I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 4. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. .27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pachulia. Gobert with the defensive effort. And that's an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, those free throws add a nice cushion to their lead.
Outside Curry. The 3. No good that time. Good D by Rubio. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. From deep 3-point range, it's off.
Dante Exum has got great length, so he's terrific at altering shots in the face of shooters.
And so it's Utah with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum, Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.